This is the patented Acumobility Eclipse Foam Roller and Trigger Point Release Tool. We designed this to be the next level of foam rolling experience, so that you've got this entire middle section here, and this is what we've got a patent on, that allows for you to target multiple muscles at once because it wraps around the muscle. So you can use all 5 of these pressure strips to dig into very specific spots, or you can spread the muscle out over all of them at the same time. So there's a lot of versatility to how you can use this. For example, you can start with the end caps here. This would be like a traditional foam rolling experience, right? So there's no bumps on these. You can use either both of them at the same time. Let's say you want to roll both quads at once, right? Or you can use a single end cap where you're just working, let's say, the back of the shoulders, okay? So this would be beginner level pressure because there's no bumps. All right, this foam is very specifically firm. This entire thing, the middle bump has very little give to it. We did this purposely, right? We wanted therapeutic level firmness. Okay, so if that pressure is too much, you can disperse it by putting a towel over it to soften it or dampen it, or you can spend more time on the end caps to really work through those initial layers of the trigger point or restrictions before moving to these more intense, more specific pressure strips. Okay, so depending on how tight that muscle is, depending on the degree of depth you're trying to achieve, you can use different parts of the foam roller. So once you've worked past this like outer rim part, you can work into the middle section here. Now, this was designed specifically to wrap around muscles, which means it excels at working the quads, hamstrings, calves, because when you put it on, it is hitting multiple parts of that muscle at the exact same time. So this allows you to do faster, more efficient foam rolling work, and at the same time, you also have immense control on the type of pressure that you want to put, because all you have to do is just lean into one of those strips, and you can shift your weight off this middle one into either of these rims to really hook into specific trigger points and spots. So it allows you a lot of versatility. For example, you can get into the shoulder here. Let's say we're in the narrow area. And just by leaning, I can hook into the pec muscle here, or I can work into the back of the external rotators. I can work into tricep, all with just little shifts of my body weight, using the different pressure strips to target different muscles. Or I can stay in the middle and I can work the broad area, okay, to get lots of blood flow and really work and spread that muscle across all of the different strips. Okay, so that'd be how you'd use it in the back of the shoulder. Now, same would be true if you're using it under the hamstring. All I'd do is put my hamstring in the middle of the roller here, lifting up. I can then lean into that lateral strip. I can lean and hook into the adductors here. And just by changing my body weight, I'm able to utilize these different pressure strips to really target the trigger points I'm trying to hit. So there's a lot of versatility to how you can apply pressure, and you can use the rims here to be the most intense pressure application. For example, I can get up just on the rim and work across piriformis, rolling back and forth like this, letting that rim hook through the area. And if I want, I can start in the wide area and then roll my entire muscle. As the roller rolls, it's going to taper. Okay, this is a very unique effect. What's happening is essentially increased shear force is coming from the side, because as I go from wide, where these bumps are splayed out like this, to the narrow, where they're hooked in, that is creating a shear force across the muscle as I roll. Yet again, creating increased efficiency with your rolling experience, as well as deeper, more effective trigger point release. So this is a roller that can be used numerous different ways, okay? Do not be intimidated by all of the different aspects of it. You can always start in the end and progressively work your way using the different strips to really get into those tight spots and release those trigger points.